Good morning. Okay, we're back again. I am sitting here playing around a little bit. How are you this morning? Morning, good morning. Let's see what we got. Hey, Miss Carolyn, how are you? Good to see you. Isn't it good to be seen? It's been a while. Good to see you, Miss Carolyn. I was listening to my gospel song this morning. I'm Getting Ready by, I think it's Tasha Cobbs. I was sitting here just praising. Yeah, Tasha Cobbs, Leonard, I'm getting ready for overflow. So I was like sitting here jamming. Good morning. Ladies, make sure you say good morning to me because it is so good to be seen. So I can call your name out. What's going on this morning, ladies? Easter Sunday. And who thought we would be having virtual church, because we have to. It's one thing when you decide to stay home and just sit and listen, but when you have to, that's a whole different ball game. So let's see. I can't even see. Rachel, good morning. How are you? Carol, I'm trying to read. She says, God is good. Yes, he is. I'm 100% well. Thank you. I'm praising him for that. Megan, good morning. Ubong, good morning. Ladies, how are you? Carolyn, I am so glad you are better. But you know what? Carolyn and I, we're friends, but we're also members of the same church, and I just love her so much. So, Carolyn, you know I'm putting your business out there. Don't get me for this later. But Carolyn was sick, and one of the things she said, and I remembered that, and she says, I'm not going to go. You didn't go to the doctor or the hospital because you were like leaving that for people that really needed it. And I guess also didn't want to tie up the doctors and nurses. And you just kind of went through the illness, what I think you believed to be the virus, you just dealt with it. And I just admire that so much about you. That's why you're one of my favorite people, just so you know. But I am so glad that you are feeling better. Sybil. Hey, Sybil, how are you? Good to see you. Ladies, it's so good to be seen. Most of us, a lot of us anyway, been on lockdown, staying in the house and not getting out and socializing. So it's good to be seen. And I'm so grateful that you up with me this morning. That's why I just love calling out your name. Pam, how are you today? So I just love you, ladies. Thank you for all the support. And Pam said, happy Resurrection Day. Happy Resurrection Day. Don't be trying to make me say that at 7:30 in the morning, but happy Resurrection Day to you also. I did it. See, I'm just starting to have my coffee this morning. And so, yes, Winetta, how are you? I've been thinking about you. I'm going to reach out to you soon because you have been on my mind. Again, ladies, happy Easter. Thank you so much for getting up and joining me this morning. I just appreciate all of your love and all of your support. So thank you. Again, I should truly appreciate you. You are on this morning, ladies. Say good morning. Let me call your name out. I love saying your name because this is my favorite part of Coffee Talks, just saying hello and good morning to you. Sybil said, happy Easter, he lives. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I was thinking about that this morning. I was thinking about the little girls this morning too. Remember, Easter Sunday, the little girls get all dressed up in their little dresses and new shoes. And I was thinking about the little kids this morning, whether or not, I don't even know if their parents were even able to buy them some Easter clothes. And if so, they have to run around in the house with their new Easter clothes on, and maybe they'll catch a virtual service or something like that. And maybe their parents will take some pictures and post them on Facebook. But I was thinking about it as a little girl this morning, how we would dress up on Easter, and we used to have to recite a poem, I think. We stand in front of the church. Okay, so I'm dating myself, all right? I don't know if they do that now. But we'd stand in front of the church, and our parents would make us rehearse so that we wouldn't mess up, and recite our little Easter poem. That was the highlight of Easter. So, and then going home and having ham and all the cakes. Those were fun times coming up as a kid. But good morning, ladies. Welcome to Coffee Talk. Wanda, how are you this morning? I am so grateful you ladies got up to join me this morning. I truly appreciate you. Today, I wanted to stay with, we've been talking about time. We've been talking about planting season. And I wanted to stay with that. I wanted to stay with this planting season. I wanted to stay with the fact time. I wanted to continue to focus on time. So last week we talked about time and hope, and the question, what are you doing with your time and what are you hoping for? And I wanted to stay with that. But again, before I start, happy Easter to all of you. Again, thank you so much for getting up and joining me this morning. I truly appreciate you. So today I want to talk about push forward. Now, I'm a Christian, I believe in God, and I thought it was so appropriate to talk about push forward because it's a new day. It's a new time. We're adapting to new norms, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about push forward. But what I thought I'd start with is reading, again, from Inspirations for the Soul, and I'm going to read the message, Push Forward, which is on page 66. So if you bear with me for just a moment. Push forward. It takes courage, perseverance, and commitment to achieve what you desire. Remember, when you first learned how to ride a bike, you kept falling off, but you didn't quit because you wanted to learn badly enough. Skinned knees and elbows didn't stop you from trying until eventually you learned how to ride that bike. It was frightening when you were falling off, but it was also exciting at the same time. The same analogy applies to the first time you had your heart broken. Remember the first time you had your heart broken? Oh my God, you thought the world was coming to an end. You were devastated, but it didn't stop you from falling in love again. Oftentimes, we don't achieve what we desire because we don't want it badly enough. We simply quit, stop trying, and give up. As you go forward, and on those days you may feel discouraged, think about all the times you didn't quit and look back on what you were able to accomplish and how far you have come. Quitters never achieve what they desire. And the question is, how much do you love your dreams? So I want to talk about push forward because some of us, based on this new norm, we've been sitting at home and we've had some time to rest. And rest helps us to refocus on what matters most to us. And I had a conversation yesterday with Megan, and I also talked to Janice yesterday. I know Megan is on, I'm not sure if Janice is. And we get into these conversations about tapping into the person within. We get into these conversations about really trying to focus on who we really want to become and doing the work to do that. And we also talk about sometimes how fearful it is, and some of us want more, but we just don't know how to go about what steps to take. And some of us have been beat down so badly that we just don't know what to do. So today I want to talk about push forward. And I had this moment, Joe Biden. Now, I don't want to talk about Joe Biden from a political standpoint. That's not where I'm going with this at all. But think about 2 times that he ran for president and he lost both times. And just think about, he's in the public. So can you imagine how he felt? Humiliated, I'm sure. But guess what? He didn't quit. His desire to become president had to be stronger than his defeat. And he was defeated twice. He kept going. Now here he is, I think he's about 78 years old now. He's not the president yet, but he's the only person remaining in the Democratic Party. Now, who would have thought? People said he's too old. People said he's already had his chance. He should just stay out of the game. But he didn't. He kept going. And that's why I want to talk about push forward. And that's why I wanted to use him as an example, because this man's, I think, 78 years old. Twice, 2000, was it 1998, 1988 and 2008, because I Googled it. But he didn't quit. He didn't quit. Had he not kept going, or had he not tried that third time, this is the third time, he would not be the only person, the only nominee in the Democratic Party. Now, whether he'll win or not, I don't know. But he didn't quit. And that's why I want to talk about push forward. So if you think of your own situation right now, if you think about whether or not if you think, let me say this, if you have a dream, a burning desire, and it's still there, and if you've tried to pursue it before, and for whatever reason you weren't able to achieve it, now is the time to push forward and fight. If the desire is there, push forward and fight. Treat fear, doubt, sorrow, abuse, treat each one of them as an adversary and fight. Be an advocate for yourself. So turn the fear into courage, turn sorrow into joy, and just push forward. Because of the desire is still there, it is still there for a reason. And don't allow what happened to you in the past to define you. Think about this. If Joe Biden had allowed his defeats, he was defeated twice. If he had allowed that to define him, he would not have ran the third time. So when I saw that he was the only person left in the party, I was so excited, not from a political standpoint, but I was excited for him because he didn't quit. I was excited for him because he did not allow his past to define his present, his future. And that's why I started thinking about push forward. It's a new day. It's a new time. And I've been reading, I was on Facebook or Instagram the other day, and there was a saying, I don't remember exactly what it was, but we should come out of this better off than what, a better person than going into this new norm, this whole being, having to sit home and stay still. That we should come out better off. But push forward. So if you have a dream, if you have a burning desire, push forward and be an advocate for yourself. And only you know and truly understand what's going on with you. Only you know. But the question I'd ask, if you have a dream and a vision, is it time for you to let go of that person that you have been showing up as and focus on the person that you want to become? Or focus in on what you truly want to do? It's a new season. So is it time to put an end to that person you have been all of these years? And let this season be the beginning of what you truly want or meant to be. So push forward. So the question I'd ask, what would happen if you unleash the person within? What would be different for you? How would you show up? And how would you feel? So think about that. And as you think about that, what's going on with you right now? You've had time, some of you, to sit at home, to really think and refocus, reevaluate. And this is a great time for spiritual renewal and growth. I've been talking about that for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Is it time for you to really tap into the person within and refocus on what's important to you? Because whatever time you lose, we're not going to get back. And who would have thought we would be living in this time right now because of this virus, not being able to go out wearing masks? Really make you think about what's important. How have you been spending your time? And the hope. You know, Joe Biden could be the nominee at 78, and after losing 2 runs for president, gives you hope, doesn't it? And you can think of people you may know that are successful now, or that been able to achieve what they desire, but how many times they failed before they were able to do so. You know, you think of the Steve Jobs, the Oprah Winfrey's, they were fired, but they kept going. And what we tend to see sometimes, we look at people once they have accomplished what they have achieved. We don't think about the work they went through, how they had to fight fear, how they had to fight doubt, how they had to fight sorrow, how they had to fight being abused. I've been listening to Tyler Perry, one of Oprah's masterclass that she did last year, and I DVR'd it. So I've been listening to Tyler Perry and his journey, and look at him now. So nobody thinks about what he went through, the abuse he took. As a matter of fact, he said he was beat so bad one time, he passed out for 3 days or something like that. So nobody sees that part of him. We just see what he's accomplished now. So push forward. It's time. If you want something, if you have a desire, if it's strong enough, if it's still there, it's like that itch that you can't scratch, then push forward. Don't give in. Don't give up on your dreams. Be an advocate for yourself. And now is a great time for you to tap into that person within and really be honest with yourself, because that's where it begins, honesty. Be honest with yourself. And I know some of you say that I talk about this all the time, but this is my purpose, you know? This is my purpose, to help individuals really tap into the person within, unmask their feelings so that they can live a meaningful and more purposeful life. That's my purpose. This is what I prayed about when I was struggling. When I felt like I was lost, I prayed, God, help me find my purpose. Why am I here? What am I meant to do? And that's why I talk about it all the time, because I truly believe this is my purpose. So ladies, my hope for you, for all of us, is that we have a clear picture of who we are, and know that we have value, and know that we are valued. So that's my hope. My hope is that we have a clear picture of who we are. My hope is that we all live a fulfilling life. My hope is that we don't wake up tomorrow and regret the decisions we've made. My hope is that we truly pursue what it is we desire. My hope is that we fight against the fear and the doubt and the sorrow and the abuse and not feeling good enough. That's my hope. It's time to push forward. And my hope is that we all live a purposeful and fulfilling life. That's Coffee Talk this morning, ladies. Let's see what kind of comments, if any, that we got. How we doing? What's going on? No comments. You ladies are quiet this morning. Y'all very quiet. So why are you so quiet this morning? No comments at all. Are you thinking? You cooking? What are you doing? Somebody give me something. Let me know what's going on. Or did you put me on mute? Nothing. Woo. So that means, I guess nothing, huh? No comments. All right, ladies, so what are you doing today? You cooking? Gonna catch a virtual service? What's going on? It's Easter Sunday. Rachel says she needs more coffee. Yeah, you ladies, I don't think I've ever seen you this quiet. Krista said the lesson was wonderful. Okay. Megan said, I'm listening. All right, ladies, I just wanted to make sure you were there because I looked and didn't see just not any comments, but that's cool too. So a couple of things before I let you go. First and foremost, I am going to do the virtual book club today starting at 3 o'clock. When I post this video, the link will be there. So please, there's a few of us. We will be hanging out at 3 o'clock. We're going to begin, again, it's Inspirations for the Soul. We're going to begin with the very first chapter. It's about you. So please join us if you're going to be home hanging out at 3 o'clock. I won't keep you too long. If you have a copy of the book, that's great. If not, when I post this, you will be able to download an ebook. I think the cost is $7, so you can download the ebook and join us. And if not, whatever you're doing, Renetta said, I'm leaving the old person behind, becoming who I want to be. Yeah, me too. That's the virtual book club. The other thing too, if you are interested in having a confidential free coaching session, because I know this time can be hard on some of us, you know, just being, having to stay in the house and not being able to go in and out freely. If you DM me, I will send you a link for a free coaching, confidential coaching session if you'd like. And if you know of anyone that would be interested in joining the group, you can just invite them to join. And again, the book club, the virtual book club is at 3 o'clock. It's not too late to sign up. Everything will be posted here once I post this video. So that's Coffee Talk this morning, ladies. I am so glad, again, that you got up this morning to join me, even though you were a little quiet this morning. I was chatty, you were quiet. That's okay. I appreciate you. Happy Easter. Whatever you're doing this week, whatever you're doing today, you know, virtual service. I know there will be lots of virtual services, church services online. Thank God our church, Coin Chapel AME, is online, so I will be able to catch the service at 10 o'clock. So whatever you ladies are doing today, I hope you're safe. Love and blessings to you and your family. Happy Easter, and I will see you back here next Sunday. Remember, push forward, ladies. Thank you. Love you much. Be safe. Bye.